LivePerson technical analysis stock update for Lipson LPSN. There's a 4 hour time frame on the screen there, and it speaks to the need to be patient, which is getting difficult in this fast paced world of trading where everyone wants to be rich quickly, and in your greater environment where instant gratification is demanded. And we can forget that some things take time, and getting stinkingly rich from trading is one of those things that takes time. That's a fundamental truth, and you have to wait to make the most of the market to get rich quickly, rather than hope that price is going to do what you want, which means waiting for the market to come to you. I will talk more on that in a minute. But too often, new traders chase opportunities, but the reality is that the best trades come to you. You just need to be patient. As Jesse Livermore said once upon a time, money is made by sitting, not trading. So it's a bit of a paradox. Trading often involves actually trading, but there's something more profitable added to that as well. So you have to be patient and allow price to come to the level where you want to engage with the market, rather than forcing yourself into a trade, because the market doesn't care about how impatient or eager you are, and will quickly show you the error of your ways when you're chasing a quick buck. So remember, it moves on its own terms, and wait so that it presents you with the best opportunity at the best moment. And the best wins always arrive on time, like me, one of the best traders, always arriving on time, right? So I'm never late, and neither is the perfect trade. Some of the most successful trades are those that have arrived exactly when you wanted it to arrive there, and exactly where it was you wanted them to be. But this doesn't happen by chance. It happens because you had the patience to wait for that setup, and that setup was something that you had scoped out in your plan, which is similar to how Mark Douglas, that famous author of Trader in the Zone, says the best traders aren't afraid. Wait for the market to confirm their analysis before they take their actions. So there's no sense in rushing. Something another great trader once said, you're not in a race to be rich, but it's a marathon to be right. And the right trades, which can truly make a difference in your portfolio, will require time to develop. So there's different aspects to patience. One of them is when you're in a position, depending on how you're managing that with your tax obligations and its position in your greater portfolio. And then there's people who are swing trading, and they need to be patient and wait for the entry to come back that suits them. And there's others it speaks to who lack the self-discipline to engage properly with price and the market and wait for those proper opportunities, who take themselves out of the game or eat into their profit margins with attrition and start making emotional decisions. So it's about not picking your trade too early. Like the plums and the black currants Rocky and I picked in the garden this morning, you need to make sure you don't rush it. Because if you pick it too early, it can lead to disappointment. And there's a lot of wealth in just waiting, immense wealth in just waiting to be right. Look at that chart and tell me what's unusual about it in the comments below. While you wait, you avoid pitfalls of overtrading and chasing losses, and that can help preserve your capital as your new trader. But maybe even more importantly, if you're an emotional trader, it'll reserve some of your mental capacity for moments that matter later, which is, people talk about trading and teaching people to trade as, feed a man, then he'll be back tomorrow knocking on your door for more food. Whereas if you just teach him to fish, he'll stop annoying you. Well, actually, trading's often like that fishing aspect of it. The best traders and the things you teach those fishermen is not to cast your line haphazardly, but plan what you're doing, go to the right spot at the right time, take your time until you've got the perfect moment, and that's when you get the biggest catch. It's the same in trading. It's not about forcing price to do what you want it to do in the frequency that you need it to get as rich as you want in the time that you require it to happen. It's about engaging with price in the most effective moment so that you can exploit the opportunities that it does provide you. And that requires, obviously, the magic ingredient is patience, along with then reinforcing that in terms of self-discipline. And that's not shouting at yourself, it's sticking to your plan. It's the ability to sit on your hands when there aren't clear opportunities, and then to make sure you're acting when the odds are in your favor. Warren Buffett says the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient, and that applies to all stocks and all types of trading. The patient trader always wins the most, not just in terms of the profit in any given move, which often they don't catch all of because you're not always looking for profit. This is a game of trade and risk, but you're in it in terms of longevity, and that reduces risk, and your exposure over a period of time means you're going to last longer. So there's a trade-off, but it's one that you should think about exploiting and sticking to as part of your plan. And I'll link to the best trading video plan on how to develop that meaningful, effective trading strategy at the end of this video, so make sure to click on that. Trading isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, even though everyone needs instant gratification. You'll need a longer term perspective, and that'll help you manage your own expectations, which is a big part of being patient. You know, it's expecting things to take a while and not looking and focusing on, especially not hyper focusing on short term gains, which is often a symptom of people who constantly check their portfolio as opposed to checking the chart. They can get burnt out, or they can get sucked into over trading and then lose capital unnecessarily. Whereas the patient trader accumulates wealth slowly and sustainably, and they do that as price comes to them. And you call it slowly, but on a volatile stock like LivePerson, in the frequency of these oscillations and the huge, massive range that it moves through daily, and the crazy the volume that you're seeing on these moves recently, means that you're getting plenty of opportunity if you are patient to exploit meaningful oscillations. But you'll need more than patience. You need the discipline to stick to the plan. So success over your emotional decisions is by discipline with your plan, which you base on the charts and structure of price action, which we've got up there in the background. So anyone who hasn't yet hit the like button, hit that, and tell me in the comments below what you notice about that chart. Emotional discipline. That's how you navigate the structure you're seeing on the chart there. Discipline and a plan. So you're not just waiting, you've got a purpose. So to truly succeed, you have to have an end goal, and that's what your plan's built around. And most of that goal is reduction in risk, because you've already done the analysis over your long-term feelings. So it's about exploiting the best possible moves, which is price coming to you. So your plan has to emphasize those elements, and all of that comes down to following the right structure about your trading strategy. So that's that video coming up next, which I'll link to in a minute. And you'll remember, waiting in that minute, the patient trader wins the most, not just in terms of the money in any given move, but the longevity across their thesis and outlook on a ticker. And also they preserve the most mental capacity. So they've got the better peace of mind, they're better able to act when required, and in all of that doing, they're not just imagining, but they blur the lines between illusion and reality, and that's where a lot of confidence comes from. So you'll get a benefit to your own self-impression by implementing a disciplined approach to price, which will serve you really well going forward trading Lipson or anything else. Hit that like button. Thanks very much for watching. Check out this video I'm linking to at the end of this one, and let me know what you think of that chart in the comments below. Hit that like button. See you in the Discord, discord.gg/rockyoutcrop.